Hello, my name is Amaya. This is my first video that I'm making for YouTube, and this will not be my last. I am making this video because I've been called to. I definitely have a story to tell. I have a lot of wisdom and experience that I feel that can help others. I'm learning every day that the what I've been through, it's not about me. It's about other people and how I can help other people. I shouldn't be ashamed of what I've been through. I shouldn't be ashamed if people tell stories about what I've been through because they have been all wrong. I want to be able to tell my own story. So that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. And I want to be able to help others that have been in situations like I have, or find that they are currently um, experiencing things that they need help with. So, yeah, I was going to say people that are currently going through things. And okay, so people that are currently going through things and to prevent people from going through what I've been through. Because, I mean, if I can save you a few lessons and a few bumps on the head, I'll do that. So, I've been getting just signs that I should write. I should write. I've always been a really good writer, but mostly like for academics. So I'm like, okay, I can write in my journal all the time. I have millions of journals, write notes. But I'm like, but it's like, no, you need to write. You need to tell your story. So as I'm just writing, and I've been procrastinating all day, and I was just like, man, I don't know what to write about. What should I write about? There's so many things I could write about. Like, where do I start? So I just thought of this one situation that I had went through, and I started there, and it just started to flow. So I feel like this is a sign as well. If you have been putting something off and you don't know where to start, just start, and it'll start to flow, especially if it's something you're supposed to be doing. So I finished writing, and what I got was, so I came up with. So this is what made me come up with the theme. So my theme is outsourced for an inside job. Okay. So the last sentence that I wrote here was because. So, moment. Okay. Okay. So the last sentence I wrote before I came up with that was, however, because I was bigger than my environment, God had to outsource for assistance in showing me my worth. And to me, that is so powerful because I always, like, I had a very closed minded perspective on things. I would say, why me? This person doesn't like me, and this family member this, and that family member that, and this friend this, and that boyfriend that, and that ex this, and this that. But it wasn't really them. It was me the whole time. And I know this probably sounds cliche until you are there. So if you know, you know. Because you can say that you have self love all day, but it will definitely reflect in your actions, right? So I'm like, yeah, why me? Why me? Why did this happen to me? But I'm like, it had to happen to me because it was a part of my purpose, you know? And had it not happened to me, I would not know my purpose. So the environment that I was in, growing up, even before now, everything that I did up until now was all for a purpose. I could not see myself in that environment. I could not, like, who I truly was. I couldn't, it was too small for what I had inside of me, but I didn't know because the only person I wanted to accept me, or the only people I wanted to accept me, were the people that I love. I didn't care about everybody else, right? But God wanted to show me that it was something bigger than me. It was more than me. I wanted it to be, just the people. I just wanted my family to love me. That's all. I just wanted my family to love me. Um, your parents, you want your mother, your father to love you, the people that, your immediate family. You want them to love you, you want them to treat you, not say that they love you, but treat you as such, show you how to care for yourself, care for themselves. Sometimes loving people is just how you love yourself. But if you don't see that, then you have nothing to model. So, it was something way bigger than me. I couldn't get it in my environment. I couldn't get it because nobody had it. Nobody had it. You know, um, I see my mom, dealing with men, addictions, many other things that obviously, those are physical signs that, okay, this person does not care about themselves because look at the decisions that they're making. Look at the choices. Look at the things and the situations that they are putting themselves in, right? So, I even my grandma, I love my grandma dearly. My grandma was the one who took me in. But I'm seeing now that, okay, grandma also has some issues, the negative way you talk, the way you let men treat you, the way you let other people dictate your finances, the way let your children talk to you. And granted, I don't know what they went through as children because I was not there. But what I do know is that patterns are patterns, habits are habits. So what I went through, I'm sure that they probably went through. I'm sure there were things swept under the rug. I'm sure there was low self-esteem. I'm sure there was many, many things. And I'm not discounting that. That's their journey. They'll have to overcome and heal that for themselves and speak out and tell their story. This is my story. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, that's their story. That's their story to tell. My computer went dead. But you know what? I have to get this message out. I have to not be afraid. Um, I was gonna do my hair and stuff. I was gonna put on some eyelashes and all that before I did this video, but I'm not because this is the first year that I have not been afraid to wear my natural hair because I didn't like it. I didn't think it was appealing. I didn't think it was anything to be showing anybody, honestly. But I am enjoying it. I am enjoying not having like chemicals on my hair, braids. Like I'm just enjoying being able to wash my hair and just walk around natural. So I'm showing it because why not? Like this is me. Like I don't want to hide anymore. I don't want to put on the front anymore. I don't want to hide behind, you know, I guess I just don't want to hide behind someone that I'm really not. And I'm going to get some braids. I love wearing braids. I love eyelashes, all of that. And not saying that I'm not going to. But the purpose of this video is for self love. And I feel like because I am coming on here vulnerable like this, it's just another stepping stone for me in my journey to say, hey, what are you afraid of? Like, you can't always be perfect. You can't always have things together. You're like, this is who I am. So this is who I am. Like, it's no hiding it. This is who I'm going to be. You either accept me or you don't. So back to the message here. So outsource for inside job. So I came up with this message because, like I said, my environment can do it for me. It can do it. It can do it for me. It cannot provoke my purpose. it couldn't force me to learn the lessons that I'm learning today. Um, the things I went through, it would not, I would not be here today if I had not gone through them. It took me so long to get here. Because I wanted to blame other people. Like I wanted to blame everybody else. Like if they would just did this, if they just did this, if they just come back and apologize, I would be all right. Please don't come back. Please. I don't want you to come back. And no shade, no shade. I'm good. Um, but yeah, please don't come back. Yeah, don't come back. No love lost. It's just that I'm okay with me. And I realized that it's not their apologies. It's not their love that I needed. I needed the love from me. I needed to accept me wholeheartedly, right? So I looked up the definition outsource, right? So outsource means to obtain goods or a service from an outside or foreign supplier, especially in place of an internal source, right? So I'm like, wow, that's perfect. So basically, I'm saying that God will use, He will, He will use things outside of you, outside of your environment, outside of your workplace, outside of your norm, outside of the wall that you've built to do the work inside. Because that's the only way He can show you that there's some different. Because if you are around and you just kind of stay in your comfort zone, you won't have that inkling or the urge to know that there is something more. So He finds an outside source to assist you to do the work internally. All right, so what are those outside sources? So definitely the environment that you're in, you know, that's outside of you. So like your parents, your mom, your dad, your brother, sister, your environment, the school you go up, the friends that you have, those are all things outside of you that help shape you, but they're not all. Outside of that is the relationships that you get with other people, whether this is like a best friend or a love relationship. Love relationships, we definitely learn a lot of hard lessons there, right? So we often ask ourselves, why me? You know, why did I have to go through this? Why did I do this? Why did they treat me this way? And aside from being an innocent child and people taking advantage of you and doing things that they just should not, because you're in their care and because you're a minor, for an example, and you can't do anything. I'm not talking about that. That is just a whole different level of abuse that unfortunately sometimes goes unnoticed, but definitely needs to be taken care of. But I'm talking about after a point when you get past that, when you're an adult and you can make your own choices in a way. But because of the things that you grow up doing or knowing or learning, you take all of that and you apply it to the outside relationships, right? Okay. So then you find yourself getting hurt. You find yourself self-sabotaging. You find yourself having addictions, and addictions could be food, it could be smoking, it could be drinking, it could be watching something, it could be doing something, whatever it can be. Whatever you're using to fill a void, right? You're trying to find something outside of you for an internal job. And it starts in your home. When you don't get the love and compassion that you should have got, the nurturing, so then you look for it outside of you. But the lesson, the the whole purpose is for us to be born loved. You know, we don't ask to be here. You want to be loved unconditionally. I mean, these are your parents. You know, this is what they're supposed to do. This is what they were supposed to do. You're supposed to be born out of love. You, if anything, you were supposed to give respect, dignity, at least, right? But if you're not given that, then you look for it on the outside of you. Why? Because we're human beings. Like, if we were meant to be in the world by ourselves, we would. We would. We wouldn't have families. We wouldn't want to get married. I mean, a lot of people may not, but you do, you do desire some sort of human connection, especially from your mother, despite the relationship you may have with your mother now. At one point, I feel like everybody wanted a relationship with their mom. So when you don't get that, when you're not getting that love in the inside, God has to take you through these experiences so that you can learn to parent yourself, so that you can learn that you all along were enough. So just you by yourself, nobody else, you were enough the whole time. It's an internal job, but sometimes we need outside sources to assist us with that. These outside sources may cause hurt and pain, but sometimes it's needed. And I'm realizing that, every day that I'm not mad at what I went through. I'm not mad because I'm so much wiser. I would never treat anybody like that. An innocent person like that, I would not. My children, I would not treat them like that. And I'm glad that I still have a good heart. I'm glad that I'm pure. I'm glad that I still want to love and help people. I'm glad that I'm empathetic because of the situation that I went through. I'm glad that I have no grudges towards anybody. Um, and I'm just glad. I'm thankful for everything I went through. And that's really the point of this video. Just to tell everybody that, sometimes that the internal work that we need, the work that needs to be done inside is so big that we have to outsource for help. That help can be different. It may be religion, it may be spirituality, it may be a mentor, it may be all of that. The point is that in order to go forward, to fulfill your purpose in this life, to help others, is that we have to do the internal work. We have to love ourselves. We have to set boundaries. We have to make choices that are good for us, because outsourcing can be expensive. Outsourcing can cost you your sanity. It can cost you your home, your car, your finances, a job, because outsourcing is not always a mentor. Outsourcing may be a terrible relationship that left you with being a single mom. Outsourcing may be a relationship that left you barren, where you can have children. Outsourcing may be rehab. Outsourcing may be giving up an addiction. Outsourcing may be going to a battered women's shelter. It could be anything, and it's not always easy. So let me help you avoid some of the bigger lessons by starting right now to love yourself. You can set boundaries. That means just saying no. I had a hard time saying no. It could be if I would debate going to the mailbox. Now, how are you that indecisive about going to the mailbox, ma'am? How are you so unsure in yourself that you can't even make a concrete decision on going to the mailbox now or later? It has to start with you. Because if you can't dictate yourself, if you can't dictate how you want to be treated, then you leave it up to the outside world to do so. And not every person that outsources has an end date on that contract. So that means that, okay, you're in a relationship, say it goes bad, you break up, and after this relationship, you're like, you know what, it taught me a lot. I was only with this person because I was a different person at this stage. The person I am now, I would never pick that person. That's fine. You're learning to love yourself. You're making better decisions. You're learning what's best for you. However, there are some people that did not love themselves so that they outsourced for that love. And that love was fatal. They may have not made it through their relationship. It could have been a job. It could be anything. You may have went to a job, started working more. Now you're stuck in that job. You know, now you can't move because you set your life up around this job, around something that you really don't even like, because you were so afraid to put a mirror up to you. Like, not just your face, I'm talking about the inside of you, the part that hurts, the part that's empty, the void that you're feeling. What are you trying to feel? What are you trying to do? What are you grasping after? What is your purpose? Why are you eating snacks all the time? Why are you wanting to smoke? Why are you grabbing a drink? What is it that you're trying to avoid? What is it that you're trying to suppress? It's something. It's something. All of these outside sources you're using because something internally isn't right. And the only reason why I can speak on this is because I go through this daily, and I'm still learning. You're worried. You're supposed to be doing something that's beneficial with you. So like this video, I was supposed to be writing in my journal, writing, putting my purpose out there. I'm like, oh, okay, let me do this. Let me do that. Oh, I had a cooler. Let me drink my cooler. Why? What are you trying to feel? What are you grasping towards? Why are you using all of these outside sources when the only thing you need is yourself? You have to learn to self-regulate, right? So that the outsourcing you're doing has an end date. Create a contract. Create a contract. Create a contract with yourself. Okay? This has an end date. I want to lose weight, but I know every time I get upset, I go get my favorite candy bar, this ice cream, this and this and that. I have a cheat day, whatever, and this and that happen. Create a contract. Create an end date for it. Okay. You're in a relationship. Okay. We've been together for so long. It's so hard to start over. We got kids together. Or we live together, or their family know my family. We just got so much history, where the kids are involved or not. We got the same friends. Create an end date. Create an end date. Because if you have all those conditions but it's not your true happiness, it's not going to fulfill you. You're going to always search for something more. Let me see. What else did I have? So I put that outsourcing was God purpose for me to show me my worth. So all the things that I searched for outside of me, whether it was parental love, say you didn't get love from a parent, so you went to another family member or friend of a family that was parent-like, but they were abusive. Mentally, physically, emotionally, sexually. Was your need met? Or did you just fill the void? Right? Say you're in a relationship. You know for a fact that this is not the person that you're supposed to be with. You know for a fact that you would be better off in the corner with a piece of cheese on your head on the busiest street in America saying help, broadcasting on the news, than to be with that person. You would be better off doing that. And you know that internally, but you still reached out because self-worth is an inside job. And when we do get to the age where we can make our own decisions, and I'm not going to say control our fate, but assist in making better decisions so we have better outcomes, we have to stop outsourcing. We have to look at ourselves. We have to look at what's wrong with me. What is it that's wrong with me that I think that I deserve to be treated like this? I mean, if anything, you're a human being. So you deserve to be treated with dignity and respect at least. And if you're not being treated with that, then it is time to go. And it is going to hurt. It is going to hurt. It is going to be painful. If you've ever given birth, it feels like you are birthing something in the spiritual realm because you are basically pushing out the old you, and you're vulnerable. You're naked like a baby when you come out because everything that you know, everything you thought is gone. And you're in this new environment and you're supposed to just act like everything's okay, but it's not. You may leave a couple times. You may stop doing something a few times. That's okay as long as you're trying. The fact that you are trying lets yourself know that, hold on. I think I'm worth a little bit more than this. Let me try again. I tried it before. Okay, I did 4 days this day. I might can do 5 days this day. Okay. That right there is already putting you in position for more because you like, hold on, this ain't working for me. I got to try something a little different. For me. Not going to find somebody else, not going to find another thing, not going to find another job, not going to find another career, not going to find another hobby, not going to find another best friend, not making another Facebook page, not making another YouTube page, not buying another coat, not buying no more shoes, not going to Wendy's for the 4 for 4, not getting your car washed because it's Tuesday, not going to vacuum out your car, not cleaning up your house like you're crazy. You have to find out what it is that is bothering you. What's missing inside of you? The outside can't do it. It doesn't matter how clean your house is. It doesn't matter how many times you vacuum your car. It doesn't even matter how many times you go get your hair done, how your outer appearance looks. If you don't like your hair like this, then there is nothing that your husband, your best friend, your grandma, your mother, the beautician, nobody can tell you anything different if you don't like it yourself. So, outsourced for an inside job was the theme of this video here today. And the thing about being outsourced is that it usually has a contract attached to it. So that means there's an end date. There is an end date. And that means that one day everything that you've been through and everything you've suffered will all be for a purpose, right? So again, I'm going to read you the outsource definition from the Oxford Dictionary. So it is to obtain goods or a service from an outside or foreign supplier, especially in place of an internal source. That is very powerful. So I hope that this video will help somebody, even if it's just one person. There will definitely be more where this comes from. I am not perfect. I am on this journey as we speak, like today, actively, right now. Just learned today, years old. So I just want people that are on the journey with me, learning and growing, just want people to accept them, like-minded people, not begging for acceptance, but people that are like me, like, let's get on a journey together. Let's create together. Let's fulfill our purpose together. Let's reach the high heights together. Because we're always looking on the outside of us for the things that we have inside of us the whole time. And it's always been there. It's always been there. Yeah. All right, so this is the end of my video. If you liked it or if you didn't like it, still go ahead and like the video, subscribe, you can comment, share it as well. And I do hope everyone has a good day. Thank you.